Yo, I am the Sandman, and you're listening to Jobber Radio Podcast. Solutions for life, motherfuckers.
It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Oh, wrestling podcast featuring Matt Zion, Bomber Rap, Scott and Lee, and the one and only Peanut. It's Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. It's Jobber Radio. Bitches.
I know how WWE likes to give, throw Randy Orton a bone every once in a while.
Stop. Because Kurt Angle looks like you just threw your uncle in the ring. I'm like, all right.
Kurt Angle looks like a human thumb. Put all the weight on Ember Saturn or whatever the fuck her name is.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Jobber Radio episode number 99. For all you Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans out there, which I have been going through it recently, those of you who don't know it, the little 99 chant is pretty popular and pretty fun to do. But, okay, sorry, that was terrible intro. You want me to just redo it, or are we just going to keep that?
No,
we don't redo it around here.
Yeah,
keep going. All of this is in.
All of this is in. Okay, well, yeah, sorry for that little, for that intro there. It is episode number 99 here on Jobber Radio. I am Jake, a.k.a. Bomber. We got Peanut here. Peanut's never had to redo an intro back when he was the host, did you?
Not even once. But I realize we normally get our shows hijacked now before we introduce, so I'm trying to get back to the roots of Jobber Radio, where we don't speak until we're introduced.
Oh, that was our roots, huh?
And I'm eating strawberries today, so don't refer to me as Peanut. I will be going by Strawberry.
Just going straight by Strawberry. Okay. Well, Lee is here today. Lee, do you got any nicknames you're going by today, or are you just going straight by Lee?
Only the happiest wrestling fan in the world. I mean, we've got MLW kicking it off on all cylinders. The G1's really, really good this year, and the NWA are doing fucking TV tapings.
Wow.
I'm not going to remember that nickname, by the way. That was long.
Too long?
Oh, yeah, the whole thing. Oh, wow. So also we got Scott. Scott, how are you doing? You got any other nicknames going on your side of of Canada over there?
No, not really into the nicknames, but I am, like I said to you before we even started, I'm exhausted just like you are, hence the opening the way it was. We're both real tired. So no, it should be fun. Let's see how off the wall we can get.
Yes, you have a reason though. Mine is just being dumb. That's my
yeah. No, I had to cover for a lot of vacation time, which didn't mean extra hours. Just they were busy hours, and it's all good. It's manageable. I'm on vacation now. It's good. Your excuse is you ate like 20 chicken sandwiches.
Well, kind of. On my other YouTube channel that we will not name here, we'll just say that I have a video coming out next week where I tried all of the chicken sandwiches from fast food restaurants around me. There were 12 of them, and I ranked them on which ones were best from worst to best. So
and only fast food, like big chains, like a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, exactly. Chick-fil-A,
KFC, a McDonald's.
Exactly. Yes.
See, I've never seen one of these videos. I've seen stills from them. Is this like where you're a creeper in a mask?
Well, there's a mask involved. We'll say that.
Do you shove the food through the mask, or do you like to lift the mask up?
Oh, it goes through the mouth hole of the mask. 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have to wash the mask each and every show because it's just filled with. This episode, I did not know that almost every goddamn chicken sandwich is loaded with mayonnaise. Yeah,
or as McDonald's calls it, chicken sauce.
Oh my God.
Who calls it that?
McDonald's.
No.
At least here in Canada. It's like, no mayo. So no chicken sauce? Yeah, get that out of there.
And I'm not a mayonnaise fan either. So
no, I saw your Cheetos
What?
one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a mayonnaise guy. I'm not
I like
a
a
big mayonnaise guy.
smidge. I like a smidge, but places always overdo it when they put it on.
Oh
Just
my
a little
God.
smidge.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be called chicken sauce unless it actually has like chicken in the ingredients somewhere, right?
Yeah, don't ask me. I've never heard chicken sauce.
I've never either.
It's like
Canadian thing.
it's like buffalo sauce. It's got buffaloes in it, right?
That is-
Hey, there it is. Gotta love me some buffalo sauce. And yeah, 100% buffalo in there.
I only like ketchup.
Okay, so here we go.
You want a steak, pal? Goddamn.
Yeah.
No, good. Stop it.
So here we go. First things first, we are going to talk some wrestling today. We're going to get to, SummerSlam. We're going to talk about, we're going to do a little breakdown of the matches and whatnot. But, we did have one big news story that kind of broke in between our last episode and this episode, and it was the passing of Harley Race. I know, Lee, you were, I don't know if you were the biggest fan of our group of him, but it seemed like it, judging by your post. So what were your reaction and thoughts and stuff going on with that?
Well, I was kind of expecting it, honestly. Like, for the longest time now, he's been in really bad shape, and there's Harley's in hospital, he's out of hospital, Harley's taking a turn for the worse, now he's better. That kind of thing usually leads to, like, a death quickly, right? But, it's sad because I think some people kind of think he's just like one of those boring 1950s style wrestlers that didn't do a lot of high spots and stuff like that. But the truth of the matter is, the guy was 8-time NWA World Champion. He was like the epitome of that belt. He took the title around the world. He defended it against every big name in the sport. He made Ric Flair. And he was, if you actually watch his matches, he was an exquisite fucking bumper. He was all about putting other people over, and he was one of the most legitimate tough guys in the business. And people, if you've never like sort of dug in, like if all you know Harley Race for is his last little run with WWF, and then his like managing of Lex Luger and Vader in WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Just go back and watch some of his matches. Even just watch like the ones that everyone always talks about where he wrestled Flair. But I would say if you want to take a little trip to some Japanese wrestling and see him fight some of the greats in Japan as well when he was defending the NWA title. Just take a chance on it and do it. I think you'll like it. It's not. I don't think it's what you think Harley Race is if you're not familiar with him. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. When I think of the NWA title, I think of just a handful of guys, and he's definitely one of them. Him and Flair are the front runners for me when I think of that title.
Right.
And unfortunately, when I think of I get him mixed up with Stan Hansen a lot. I don't know if that's a common thing. It might just be a me thing. But I wasn't always really big into their, backgrounds and stuff. I knew of them. I knew they both, did a lot of stuff in Japan. But sometimes I get them guys confused together. So don't be like me. Don't be like me.
Yeah, really don't. That's a you thing. I don't know anyone who mistakes Harley Race for Stan Hansen.
Can totally be me. But yes, that I definitely make that mistake. Anybody else have any thoughts or things they want to say about Mr. Race? Okay.
Well, I'll just say something brief because I remember I was a WWF guy. So when he came over, it was King Harley Race, and I was like, "Who's this guy?" And I mean, the legend is that was part of the rib and stuff, and back and forth. And now when they tell it, it's like he was so well honored and recognized by WWF, who had broken away from the NWA. They were the ones who still had like Backlund versus Race in champion versus champion matches. He was the one they did it with because they respected him that much. So there's, when you're in the war, you take your shots, but when you step back, okay, look, this guy was a legend.
Apparently, Vince McMahon paid for all of his funeral arrangements and everything.
Yeah. He also Harley, I forget who said it. I think it was Leland Race or one of his like sons or nephews. I honestly forget, but they mentioned that Harley had to be airlifted or medevaced from one hospital to another, and the Medicare wouldn't handle it. So one phone call to WWE and it was paid for.
Oh,
and they were like,
nice.
"Thank you, Vince. I got 2 more days with Harley." Was basically what it was.
Wow.
So I mean, boo Vince. No, shut up.
I'd also say, even though his run with WWF was, at the end of his career and he was pretty broken down at that point, he had quite a banger of a match with fucking Haku at one point, which is pretty goddamn good.
he and like I said, I knew him from that. I learned about the NWA stuff afterwards because I remember when we first got TBS and I saw WCW and they were doing archive stuff, and I learned about the older stuff, and that's when I saw Race, and I'm like, it's older style. It's not my style so much. I like it, and he's one of the better ones of it. But there was just something about it that didn't appeal. But that's just WWF versus NWA. But also he was an awesome heel manager with guys like Vader and stuff like that. He was so good there too. And the legend has that he was the first to slam Andre ever.
Apparently,
there's footage of him doing it on the floor, but he's the first one to
Stan
ever do
Hansen?
it.
That might have been Stan Hansen.
Also, I've never heard anyone get Race confused with Hansen.
That
I want to know if there was ever Race versus Hansen, and watch it with your mind explode.
Like, did you see Harley Race in a cowboy hat at some point? And that's like, I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe that might be what. Totally.
But he seemed like one of the legit tough guys that everybody always had in high regard, like one of those guys that no one had a bad thing to say about him.
Nobody.
And,
like, I dare anyone to find anyone that's other than like some stupid asshole who likes the Young Bucks saying shit about Harley Race.
Yeah, like he's one of those guys. Like there was always Harley and Owen, where no one ever said anything bad about them. Sure, they did stuff. Like there's legends of Race putting a gun in Hogan's mouth during the Territory War.
That's not even a legend. That's a true story.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but Hogan still talked nice about him when he passed.
At the times.
So it's like it's you do what you do. So like, he was super well regarded. It was a matter of time though. Unfortunately, like you said, Lee, he was just to turn that corner, and there's no turning back. Unfortunately, it's just how long do you have? Whenever I think of NWA, it's pretty much him, Flair, and Dusty. Those three.
There you go.
Unfortunately, though, I think Lee, you had him picked on your death pool last time, right?
Yeah, I did.
Correct.
That's how long it's been. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, that was Deathpool 3.0. Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're on 4, right?
We are on Deathpool 4.0. Nobody had Harley Race, so nobody won.
To be fair, we didn't have Harley because we couldn't really take him.
Yes, that is our rules for those who are new. Listen to Java Radio. We do have a death pool that we've been doing for a very long time.
Since the first episode, right? Maybe?
Episode number 2 was called the Death Pool. So 2012, we've been running a death pool. We've had 3 different winners. I won twice, and then Scott won once. But currently, and our rule is if, for example, the last Death Pool 3.0, I had Mean Gene Okerlund, Zion had Ric Flair, Rab had Alberto Del Rio, Peanut, you had JBL, Lee had Harley Race, and Scott had Vader. So, unfortunately, Scott won with Vader. So that means all those other picks we could not do for 4.0s, which means that Harley Race was not available. So just to do an update, because it's been a while since,
we had a winner.
Well, I feel really dirty saying winner, but yes.
You say that each time, we get it. But
I know. I do feel bad.
It is a horrible, morbid topic, yes. But.
So anyway, our 4.0s, just to recap everybody, catch them up. I have Jim Ross. Matt Zion has David Flair. Rab has Jeff Hardy, who may be in the lead right now.
I would say so.
Peanut, you have Charlie Haas. I don't know if you I don't know if you remember that one. Lee, I think we all remember who Lee's got. Lee's got Dory Funk Jr. And Scott has Sonny. So there you go.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's the only other female that's ever been picked, because I actually won the first death pool with Chyna. So
like legit, Sonny, she kind of died as a person anyway when she did that porn that she farted in.
That's true. Yeah, her character is gone. But anyway, was there any other news and notes you guys want to get into that maybe like off the top of your head before we get into SummerSlam? That was the only one, the real big one I knew of.
Yeah, I'll just briefly, like I alluded to in the intro, I'll just briefly mention that NWA have a TV deal. They're going to bring back studio wrestling, apparently. I don't know who they're doing it with necessarily, but
really?
They were in talks with TNT before AEW was they were in 2017. They were doing talks to try to get a TV deal, but they're doing their first TV tapings. So they're gonna bring back studio wrestling, which, if you're not familiar, basically watch any wrestling TV show before, like Monday Night Raw and shit like that, like the old NWA style, where you got a small crowd You've got the announcers right there near the ring. You've got like the interview thing right near the ring and all that shit. And everything's very close together, very personal, very heated. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with it.
Yeah, the way Billy Corgan talked about it on his video announcing it is he said he loved that style from the past of the 70s and 80s, and that's what he wants to bring back, because you'd watch it and it would just be chaos. You'd never know what quite would happen. It's a closed environment. It's intimate with the wrestlers. Like the match is telling the story. Like we've gotten used to the big production, and that's just expected.
Yeah,
but
I was going to
if you
chime
wanna,
in.
yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say that, like, at least it'll stand out with like
Yeah.
AEW. Like, it already feels like another WWE or TNA or whatever. It's just that same format. So it's smart in the regard of that it'll stand out.
Yeah, he wanted to bring that aspect in. They said the dates are going to be in Atlanta, September 30th and October 1st. There's no details about where, like what studio or what network or anything. For all we know, it honestly could be on their YouTube. I don't know, because they haven't said anything about it. It's just they're doing television, but television also means internet now.
Could be on Twitch, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a smart move, because it keeps your costs down at this point, because you don't have to have a big fucking arena to do this shit in. And I mean, MLW has been doing kind of the same thing as of late with all their TV tapings for the Fusion show and all that stuff. Kind of the same concept. So I'm liking it. I'm actually like super excited about wrestling again.
Yeah. The other interesting thing about it is in the announcement he said like we were very happy to be working with the partners we had. But to reinvigorate and rebrand the NWA, we need to step out, and the way he put it is breathe our own air. So we they thank the AEW guys for back with All In and Ring of Honor especially, and all these partnerships they've had, but now it's time to be the NWA brand itself.
That's good.
So doesn't mean they're not going to be doing stuff with the others, but they're going to do their own thing, and that's why they literally signed Eli Drake to an NWA contract. Stuff like that.
This is different for them, because before this, NWA wasn't really a wrestling company; it was just a governing body. But now it's actually a kind of a federation in its own.
When people think NWA, they either think of what was basically Jim Crockett Promotions, which became WCW, which ran the NWA. If it's before that, you're probably not remembering it because it was so far back. We're talking like 60s. Or it's the very, very, very indie-led stuff that was between WCW and TNA, and then the indie stuff since TNA.
Yep.
So it's interesting to see it as its own brand, because it's never really been that. And Corgan said he had a 20-year plan. We're, 3-4 years in? I'm intrigued. I definitely want to see where they go with it.
Cool. Yeah, and I did see somebody bring up in the chat, our Discord, that for some people, you already got so much wrestling on already that it's going to be another. We're still adding in new promotions that are going to be coming up on TV. Talking about AEW, NWA now. Yeah. There's Impact. There's 25,000 WWE shows. There's NXT. There's
I
UK
shake my head
NXT.
at that, because not everything's for everyone. They're literally trying to win your attention. They don't expect you to watch everything.
And there's MLW, by the way. So
and the NWA is not coming out there saying, all right, so you watch your 3 hours of Raw, your 2 hours of SmackDown, you watch your NXT, you got your monthly pay-per-views, you're also watching Impact for 2 hours, plus their monthly specials, and you got your Ring of Honor for 2 hours. Watch ours also. No, what they're trying to do is say, hey, instead of some of that, watch ours. Ours is better.
Oh my God, that's right. I just remembered something I wanted to talk about.
That's all it is. That's what AEW is trying to do. They're trying to bring in people who don't even watch their stuff. They want to bring the others over, because that's probably what you want to talk about.
Well, no, I was mainly going to talk about, because I was doing a rundown of all the different shows that are out there to watch, and another one is AAA on Twitch. So that made me rethink. I wanted to talk about Triple Mania.
Well, I kind of want to do a brief thing with AEW where they talked about not wanting the casuals. And yet the attitude there, when you really dive into it, is they don't want the people who are fickle and aren't going to stick around. When you really get down into what he means, they want to please the audience that brought them to the dance and also make that grow. And I get that, but also, I mean, they've got a network master and they've got a billionaire owner. They're going to eventually have to start appeasing them too. Like they're I don't want to say they're in the honeymoon period, because they're still not even through the wedding yet. But you get my meaning.
Yeah,
it's they can pretty much do whatever right now, because everything is perfect. as far as their successes and how it goes. The execution isn't quite there, but they literally have done 3 shows.
What I'm
but
looking
the-
forward to with AEW is week 2. Week
Yeah.
1's gonna be phenomenal.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
easily.
they even announced the next 2 weeks. It's Boston and Philadelphia, and
The
their dumb
venue,
little
but-
video.
but what do they do when is Jericho going to be on TV every week?
Talk
Probably not.
talk
Well,
to me
they're-
month 2. I want to see
Yeah.
month 2.
Their
Okay.
little video that announced it was Cody, the Bucks, and Omega, and they're like, "Okay, so it's sold out. I can't believe it's sold out." So already we're like, "It's fake," because this is them. They're doing dumb backstage scripted stuff like they said they hated in WWE. But okay, they're talking about that and how we got to do week 2. Oh god, it's weekly. Remember, guys, we got to do this every week for TNT. Oh, right, like you haven't already booked this. And someone goes, "Let's go to Boston." And Cody, he's like, "I hate Boston. Let's go to a real city like Philadelphia." Well, we got to do weekly. Why not both? And then it goes, Kenny, well, how about my favorite city to be continued? It's like, what
Oh,
the?
there it
They're,
is.
they're portraying these guys as trying to be competitors. And I get it. They're trying to have fun with it. But they're literally trying to say we are a competitor to the biggest ones out there. But also our characters are coming off as inept in making it happen. And
You
yet
know
we
what?
managed to pull it off. It's like, fucking
And
Christ.
you know what? None of those guys come off as fucking wrestlers to me. by the
Well,
way.
it's funny how different the being the elite characters are compared to like the build-up show that Cody.
The build-up shows are
has.
great.
Oh,
It's good, but it's funny how like
on
there's
Nightmare,
no
yeah.
continuity between characters, which I'm not saying
Mhm.
is necessarily bad at this point because it's just entertainment. They're just keeping stuff moving, but that could get weird at times when they're actually in feuds.
I
with
think
each
it already
other.
is.
Sure.
I think it already is when they're talking about the production of making shows for TNT, but they're still portraying themselves as being inept and trying to make stuff happen and barely doing it by the skin of their teeth. Then do countdown shows about how epic this battle's going to be in this feud. It's like, what the? Which is the real? Is any
I
of it
think-
real?
well, I
Because you're
think
trying to
the-
make that
the
seem it,
being-
but you're not at the same
Being
time.
the elite is like the super hardcore fan. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where you're going to turn that off instantly if it's not your thing.
Sure. Yeah.
But at
That's
the same time, when you get to that main show, like Fighter Fest or Fight for the Fallen, they reference those as
they
your build-up shows
Too,
too.
yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
guys,
That's what I'm curious when it week
yeah.
2.
So I'm week 2,
Or
week 2,
month
week
2.
3, week 4. I want to see how
Palmer's
this.
right though. Month 2, like the first couple weeks, they'll
yeah.
have
Well,
some stuff on their plate.
I mean, I made a
Good
joke.
way, on their own.
Should we be talking about how it took 3 hours to sell out week 1? Oh, go! They're getting worse. It took 3 whole hours this time. Like, it should does that mean the wheels are coming off already? It took 3 hours. Well, there was a ticket problem, so it didn't take 3 hours. But
Yeah.
it didn't take a half hour. It took 3 hours. Oh no, it's failing. It's a poor market in DC. Like, where's that? Because that would have happened for any other WWE thing in the same situation, right?
Yeah, with
Like,
WWE, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's also, I think
so
people
it's-
realize they're not going to sell out in 20 minutes.
But up until that point, that's all they had. That's all they'd done. It was always was always successful like that.
I think they're going to be very, very successful very early. I think they may even beat like WWE ratings early on. Maybe I don't know. I don't
I'd say
that.
week
that-
we
one,
said that before. I agreed with you on
Yeah,
that. Absolutely.
I mean,
one
and
week 2.
wait till that happens. By the way, you think there's like this like shit on WWE, love AEW now. Wait till they get beat in the ratings at any point. If it does happen, it
But
may
it's
not
also-
happen.
it-
But
no,
if it
what's
does,
gonna happen?
I wouldn't say it's gonna happen because TV's weird right now. Like,
Yeah,
this-
yeah.
The AEW
Yeah.
market, are those the people that still have cable? Like, it's a weird thing with
It's
cable
true.
right now.
What's going to happen is it's going to be this weird situation where they come out there and they win. They win a week. They win 2 weeks, maybe even 3. But then when they lose a week,
Yeah,
Does WWE have a Wednesday show of any sort?
NXT.
NXT, but
And,
not.
oh, yeah,
network.
NXT counter programming us, bro.
But what I'm thinking is it's going to be crazy because when AEW wins a week, whether it's week 1 or 2, whatever, they win a week. Oh, see, WWE is on the way out. The new thing is here. This is the way to go. And then when they win another week or when something else, when they lose a week, it's fine. No, that's a sign of you've already lost momentum and now you're back
Well,
under.
and
Now
then-
you're number 2 again. That's
Yeah,
not,
but-
it's fine. You got to look at both sides of it. You can't just have your successes and then ignore your losses.
They should be fucking happy if they become number 2. Like, what
Well,
the fuck?
they're easily. I would almost say they're number 2 right now, but
I
I
don't
think
know about
so.
that. I
What do you
mean,
think number 2 is?
maybe in
New
terms
Japan.
of corporate backing, they're number
Yeah, Ring
2.
of Honor is bigger than Impact currently, I would say. and you've
Yeah.
got the Japan. Hell, New Japan's bigger than either. Honestly, it used to be number one all over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
if you want to count New Japan, yeah, they would be.
AEW's honestly bigger than anything.
But I mean,
with WWE
they
right
shouldn't
now.
be. They shouldn't be thinking in those terms. I mean, they shouldn't be
Oh.
They shouldn't be talking about WWE at all. They shouldn't be talking about all those that fucking fake wrestling over there and like trying to compete with them. Why do you care? Fucking
do it.
Build
Just
your
do it.
brand. Build your
Well-
guys. Fucking
Oh.
make interesting stories. Make interesting characters. Build your audience. Make everyone want to watch your shit. And here's
And-
the thing: WWE, they're no doubt. They're going to try to fuck with you. They're going to try to fuck with you at some point if you get good. Here's the thing, though. AEW has one advantage that none of these little indie fucks have. They have a corporate backer that has enough money that they can keep guys on contracts
True.
and have to worry about fucking being poached.
and is into the business, unlike the TNA.
Yeah, but you look at some
Exactly.
indies before, and they get even ECW got poached. Like
Yeah.
if you want to look at it, AEW won't get poached like that. So that is its saving grace in that regard.
They won't get poached. So I mean, you have nothing literally to worry about. Just do your thing and be successful. You don't have to fucking. You don't. I mean, they're these assholes, man. Fucking Cody and the Bucks. These
Well, did you see Cody's
fucking
stupid?
playing to their fucking
Yeah,
video game playing loser slacker audience who fucking eat up all the shit that they fucking say. Like, and they're here, and like you said, here they are. They're trying to pretend, oh well, we don't know what we're doing in this corporate environment. We're just going to wing it, guys, because that appeals to the fucking losers who don't have jobs, who are watching this shit, who are a bunch of fucking marks, and they suck. But here's the thing: Cody and the Bucks know what they're doing. They're in that fucking corporation. They got their fucking business deals in hand and all that. They're just lying to you, and what they're doing is they're acting for people. They're putting on a performance. They're acting. They're not wrestling. They're not trying to portray wrestling. They're portraying acting. And oh, here's our core fan base. We love the Bucks and all them because they put on a great performance. Fuck you. Get out of that shit. Get out of that fucking mindset and try to attract some fucking new fans. Because you're supposed to be pro wrestling, motherfucker. That's what's under the fucking marquee. Pro wrestling. Hopefully it's not sports entertainment.
Well, I was gonna say,
Fucking assholes have said you're totally against, yet you've been
That's true.
doing in all your shows since you fucking started. So fucking shape the fuck up.
there it is. Okay, well, there you go. That I like that rant. That was a good one. But yeah, exactly. If they are supposed to be more pro wrestling than WWE is right now, that's more of they want to say wrestler. They want to say that word. When
yeah.
WWE
You're basically
don't.
quoting Cody at this point.
Yeah.
Like he says exactly those things.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think as far as the casual fan thing goes, the comment that he was talking about, I 100% understand where they're coming from with that, and like saying we want to focus on the people that got us here. We want to make them happy, and that makes sense because if they started doing other stuff and they started bringing in a lot more other WWE guys. That aren't currently old WWE guys that aren't currently there right now, they would start alienating all those people that, I mean, possibly they may be at a point right now where they can't do wrong, but they may alienate a lot of those fans that actually got them there. So it makes sense right now to not focus on, quote unquote casual fans. I think it makes sense, even though in the long run, they're not going to be able to do that. If they want to grow, they're going to have to, appeal more towards the casual fans, like the somebody brought up, what is casual fans? To me, I think more casual fans are people that don't like live on the dirt sheets and like read the dirt sheets all the time like we do. Like we come up with all these theories and all this kind of stuff and really get into it. A lot of fans just like to watch the shows. They don't know all the bullshit that's going on and stuff. Those, to me, that's what I consider the casual fans, ones that just want to watch.
Yeah.
I'd say
Consider
the
this.
casual fan is if you're having, say, you're hosting, a pay-per-view Backlash, whatever, having some friends over.
Mm-hmm.
It's the friend that's always showing up, but as soon as he leaves, he's not thinking anything wrestling.
Matt Zion is a casual fan
There you
right
go.
now. He'll watch
right
the
now.
pay-per-views. That's about it. Exactly, right now.
Yep.
I don't know if that,
I would say that's false.
yeah.
Oh,
That
I would
doesn't,
still
that
say
doesn't
that's
fit
false.
that doesn't fit the definition. I agree with Peanut there. Casual fans are more just marks in waiting kind of thing.
Marks.
That's fair. No, Matt still cares.
Once
So,
you're
yeah.
in, you're in. It's hard.
It's the guy. It's the person who walks into the fucking carnival and you attract to the fucking squirt game.
It's the person who goes to watch the Super Bowl for the commercials.
Interesting. So this just got posted on our Discord. Beer Me Jesus just posted from a dirt sheet that says NXT on FS1 will be live and going 2 hours. So
counter programming.
That
is that the same night as
when
AEW?
says it.
What was that, Peanut?
Is that the same night AEW is?
Yes. Yeah.
I will believe that when WWE says it because I've known about that rumor for a year.
True. Yeah, I mean, it is dirt sheet stuff, but that's very interesting because that would be going up, probably, I assume, head-to-head.
That's not counter programming because I've known about it for a year, long before All In was even a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, is like I think from the beginning, like Fox
maybe it happens to counter program.
Saying they want NXT, which could have been a rumor from the beginning, but
yeah.
I don't know, that's interesting.
So
I mean, literally, the way... okay, they're counter programming. Well, if they're going to actually do it, yeah, it ends up being counter programming. But that's been a rumor since the Fox thing even happened. That was literally back from
business, though. That's business.
Yeah.
I don't know
more
about
than
you
your
guys.
$5 million or whatever they paid.
I don't know about you guys. I don't want a 2-hour NXT show.
Correct.
Well, that's why they've been resistant, according to rumors.
100%. 100% with you on that one. I think NXT is perfect the way it is. It's nice, condensed. You get in, you get out. It's done. It's fun, and
that's why it would devalue the pay-per-views, the takeovers.
Yes.
And
it would overexpose it.
Well, they'll turn those into 3 hours, probably.
Oh, don't start.
Don't say that.
Right? But so the comparison there, like NXT has always evolved and had a rotating roster, and people have left and actually started coming back now with Breeze and Fandango returned actually and stuff like that. And you look at the dedicated audience that has, and people always think WWE sucks, but NXT's awesome. And NXT just has that amazing audience retention. And that's the thing that I think AEW has to worry about more than drawing in casual fans. It's keeping your core ones. And they can do their same shtick at a January 4th Tokyo Dome and then a Ring of Honor here and there and these things. But week and week and week and week, is that going to still work? And keep them?
How do you not become a Seth Rollins? Like, they're going to turn on you eventually.
Yeah. Like, that's exactly it.
Seth Rollins, you don't book him like a bitch.
Well, there's that. But really, if they simply do the same thing that they're always doing over and over and over and over and over and over and over, they're going to like, oh, I want something new. Because that happened with ECW. Yeah, they got poached back in the day. But also, the audience would drop off because there's a level of been there, done that for a lot of it. I'm worried about that with AEW. That's more my fear, is not bringing in casuals. It's keeping this ones that brought you here. Because when they think, oh, we got to change things up for them, either you do it too soon or you're too late. And I mean, they've got billions of dollars and 4 guys who think they know what they're doing. So all the power to it. It's easier said than done, but I think that's the problem, because that's what you see for all the other little federations that have issues, is they just die out.
Got to play around with what draws, man. Yeah. And I mean, I'm telling you right now, like MLW is doing that. Their whole formula right now is kind of just copying fucking Bill Watts Mid-South from the fucking 80s. It's very simple storylines: bad guy versus good guy, great promos, great shit talking. The matches on the actual TV shows are generally short. Most of them are squashes to get talent over. Every once in a while, you have a really great match, and it builds to the big shows. That's a simple formula. As like modern kind of fans want to poo-poo and go, oh, that's boring. That shit actually works. Like, if you actually get into the product and watch it, that shit fucking works, because that's what people actually want to watch. They want to buy into what they're watching. They don't want to be told they're fucking idiots for watching this shit. They don't want to be told it's fake. They don't want to be told it's bullshit. They're not actually there to see performance. They might be convincing themselves at this point that they want to see what a great performer the fucking Young Bucks are. No. Here's what I want to see the Young Bucks do. I want to see them actually wrestle a fucking wrestling match with fucking heat behind it.
There it is. All right.
And is anyone saying that NWA is counter-programming AEW? Because they're launching in August or in October as well, right? So aren't they?
This is on Wednesday.
Nobody cares
TV
about
too.
Right now, sadly.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just fun to watch all that stuff. But you did mention Triple Mania, Bomber, with AAA, who's basically broadcasting not even on Fight. They're live on Twitch for free.
Yeah.
With their stuff. So
yeah, even their biggest show, I was like, wow, that their biggest show of the year is free on Twitch. They
did that last year, and they did a couple other shows here and there, just free on Twitch.
To be fair, their biggest show has been a fucking car wreck a couple of times in the last few years.
Sure. I heard. I've never seen a Triple Mania. This was the first one I watched. I watched from start to finish, even like the pre-show stuff. I heard last year's was really bad. I didn't see it.
Vampiro farted so loud you could hear it through his mic.
That's awesome. Vampiro was here as well on this one,
he was in the Rumble thing,
which was one of my favorite moments of the whole show. Kind of him and Conan.
You just loved Conan's shirt.
Conan came out wearing a Donald Trump shirt in Mexico, and it was
he didn't
amazing.
even walk down the ramp. He walked out from beside the ramp. That's
yes, and
what his legs are.
And he came out and cut a promo earlier talking about how. I obviously couldn't understand everything he was saying, but the Matt Stryker was basically trying to fill everybody in who was watching the English version, and basically he was talking about how Trump's doing the right thing, and everybody. Now that is some fucking great heel heat right there. God damn,
that's how you do it.
That was
in
fucking
Mexico
amazing
City.
in Mexico. Yeah. Yes, that was great. And then he came out later with the Donald Trump shirt, which. Yeah, I mean, he came out in the Rumble. Conan was in the. It was basically a Royal Rumble. Every little bit, a guy would come out, and you had to get thrown over the top, or some people got thrown through the bottom and stuff. I didn't understand the complete rules, but it was basically a Royal Rumble. Conan came out and just sat on the top rope and instructed people to do stuff.
El Comandante.
Yeah, so. Overall, my whole thoughts on the show, I'm not going to break it down and everything, but my overall impression was it was a very sloppy. Every match there was at least 55 botches, but people were nonstop. They were running, they were jumping, they were springboarding, they were doing all this stuff. Half the time they were missing stuff and everything, but it was super fun and exciting, and I had a fun time watching it and laughing at the show.
And the crowd loved it.
The crowd probably loved it. Sure, yeah. I mean, from what I heard, everybody was like, "That was a great show." I loved it.
You could listen to the crowd and hear them just going the whole night. Yeah,
yeah. I liked it for other reasons. I kind of I talked about on Discord, pretty much comparing it to. I really like really bad B horror movies. They're not good, but I get a lot of enjoyment out of them. That's pretty much the equivalent of what Triple Mania was for me. The show was not, to me, the matches were horrible. There was so much confusing stuff happening too. 1 minute these guys were heels and faces. Yeah, and again, I don't know the stories and stuff, but I don't know if to this day I watched the whole show. I don't know if the clowns are the good guys or the bad guys. There was a fake Park, there was a LA Park, there was a henchman of Park. Yeah.
All to say, it depends on the clowns, because, I mean, they say Psycho Clown is one of the most popular ones, has kids dancing with him, and they say over and over, he's one of the biggest stars. So if that confuses you, I don't know.
Well, there was other clowns that,
were Dave the Clown, a murder clown.
And some of those were bad. It was...
Yeah, what happened?
Some of it was just me, not knowing the product, and it was a little confusing, but... to me, most of it was the matches were absolute train wrecks. I think somebody said it earlier. That's the best way to describe it. It was the
way I look at it is you don't regret your time. It cost you nothing.
Sure, I don't regret anything. I enjoyed myself, and yeah, that's my overall thoughts on the show. I'm glad it's better than last year.
Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Blue Demon bled, and he was literally bleeding for 5 minutes during Wagner's retirement dish.
Oh yeah, I saw pictures.
It was pouring. Yeah. His mask was stained from the inside. It was horrific.
Yeah, usually when you get cut open, even in a gusher, it'll eventually slow down like
Dustin.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It'll slow down. This dude, well, like you just said, after the match, after they were doing the promo stuff, it was still going. It's okay, somebody needs to get him the fuck to the doctor.
There was a legit celebration for a minute or two, and then the family came in, and they had their promos back and forth, and then he shaved his head, and then he shaved part of his head, then his family finished shaving his head, and it legit was, even if I'm underestimating it, at least 5 minutes of him just pouring out blood after a 15-minute match where he bled for most of it. It was he was looking like a horror movie guy.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about, the B movie. It was ridiculous. I've never seen blood that much. It was ridiculous.
It was pretty bad.
Also, Cain Velasquez is pretty freaking great, to be honest.
Cain Velasquez was impressive. I was impressed by him. He was out there. He was teaming with Cody and one of the clown guys.
He worked a match? Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was a 6-man
He worked a match
tag.
in a match. He was El Toro, Cain Velasquez.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
And he had a full, like, a cool looking, like, little bull mask.
He did a Hurricane Rana. He did a
He did Hurricane Rana. Come on.
Oh god, there it is. He did a couple like flips and stuff. He did pretty good. He did like a
And the heels
springboard.
were scared to tag in, like Killer Cross and that, which was fun because you have Impact's Killer Cross versus AEW's Cody because Triple Mania.
Yep.
It was
I'm gonna watch this now.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, I had a lot of fun watching it. The other
the
thing I
women's
noticed
TLC was fun too. I'll mention that one also.
Oh god, that was bad. No, that was I think one of the worst.
That was
but yes,
brutal. Like, but it was fun. Like,
yes.
I mean, those girls died, but you know.
The one thing I noticed, the last thing I want to bring up from Triple Mania was not every match, but almost every other match. You had another guy grab another guy, his mask, and like rip it, like rip half of his mask. It's like, why are we doing this so much? I understand doing it like once or twice, maybe, but this happened a lot throughout the show, over and over, and I'm like,
yeah, that's a thing in lucha these days. Is like Cesaro doing fucking uppercuts. It's just
It's just it's a move for crying out loud. Yeah, it's dumb.
That's crazy. Okay, but anyway, does anybody else have anything that did watch it or any comments on Triple Mania before we move on? Nope.
Mexico.
There was the Nino Hamburguesa and Big Mommy. I remember you commenting, laughing at the big hamburger man.
Yes, I wanted them to win so bad. I'm very disappointed that they lost.
Yeah, they were defending champions, but you know.
Yeah. The other thing, I don't want to keep going on this, but they had the music to me was also the best part. They had like Bon Jovi's greatest hits. Like every other person that came out had a Bon Jovi song. And then they
like
had
Back in Black and stuff. Like
it was full blown copyright stuff.
We don't care about copyright. Screw this.
Yeah, but that was also funny.
Mexico.
Yep. But anyway, yes. If you have a chance and you're bored, I do say check it out. If you get, I'm sure it's on Twitch or something like that. But
their VOD is available, but you need to subscribe to their channel.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know.
It's like $5.
I don't know if that's worth it, but if it is, if you want to have some fun watching the show.
Botchamania is going to have highlights shortly, like Aerostar jumping off his platform. Remember, so he dumped on his head at the last one and like nearly died. He had like a platform carry him over the ring that he jumped from. They made that his gimmick.
Yep.
He successfully jumped, but they made that his thing.
Yeah, he didn't die this time. So
no.
But anyway, that was Triple Mania. Let's get into SummerSlam. Let's talk about the show here from top to bottom. Let's break it down here. We got right now, as of this recording, we were recording this on a Thursday night. There are only singles matches. There are no tag team, no triple threat, no.
It's weird.
Nothing but singles matches. That is
the whole card.
The Wikipedia page looks real odd with this name versus name.
Very strange.
It's the weirdest SummerSlam of all time.
Even TakeOver has a triple threat and a tag title match.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna probably add matches, the day of or maybe Saturday.
Pre-show stuff.
It's gonna be like 7 hours. We gotta get 3 more matches on there.
Yeah.
The women's tag team match to open up the pre-show.
Yeah, we don't have Roman on here either yet, so they're gonna definitely book.
Braun.
Yeah, they're definitely going to book
the
stuff.
First pitch of the Blue Jays game, and he's not on the card.
That's funny. So as of right now, it's all singles matches. So we're going to go over what is booked right now and talk about, give our thoughts on it. So I guess first of all, I'm just going to bring it up. One of the matches I am looking forward to the most: Finn Balor versus The Fiend. Guys, we're finally going to see Bray Wyatt fight again.
It's the only thing that doesn't feel like a throwback. Yet it kind of is a throwback.
Oh, it's definitely a throwback. Yeah,
because they never did it.
Well, true. Yeah, it's a tease of a throwback. You're right. Mm-hmm. We almost got the Demon. Do you guys? That's the first question. Do you guys think he's going to show up as the Demon? Like a surprise?
They advertise that now. He's not.
Oh, okay. That's true. They kind of do, but it could be a surprise.
It could be because last year at SummerSlam he did anyway because that's where he debuted at SummerSlam. So now the Demon always comes out as SummerSlam.
Well, he did it against Baron Corbin and squashed Baron Corbin.
I don't know, they kind of killed the whole Demon thing, so at this point, I don't care if he does.
If he does, Bray's going to kill the Demon. There's no way Bray's losing that.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way Bray loses this. No, I mean, am I right?
It depends. Yeah, I guess it depends how much they value the Demon, which I could see Vince being like, I don't get it.
That would be a terrible idea to me, I think, right now. Put the Demon versus the Fiend right off the bat.
That's something they might build to. And they'll do a bad job of it.
Like if they have Bray lose, even if it's to the Demon, all the jokes and memes and whatever about Bray Wyatt never gets a serious push.
Yep.
This is the fourth one that got come.
Yeah, because right now, like, I really did like Bray Wyatt. I like the Wyatt family. I liked a lot of that stuff. But even back then, I feel as much momentum as, he's had and his group has had. I feel like right now, he's like one of the top guys, the most talked about guys on the roster right now. So this is like, yeah, I mean, this is like I think his biggest push that he's got.
It so far too. They haven't really.
Well, he did the mandible claw to Foley, and then also did it to Angle. So he's got the mandible claw as his move. He stole that from Foley.
Yep. That was hilarious, by the way, just seeing him just take out Kurt Angle. I don't know why. I like laugh. The other ones I was like, man, that's awesome. When he did it to Kurt Angle, I don't know why, but I was laughing.
It's because Kurt Angle looks like you just threw your uncle in the ring and like, all right, here you go.
Kurt Angle looks like a human thumb.
Kurt Angle has somehow gotten as mobile as King Kong Bundy was. It's like, how is he that thick?
But even when he talks like for a backstage segment, it's like, how are you so good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what happened? Like,
he went down. He went down very quickly. Unfortunately, he dropped off because he did like a really good match with Del Rio in some other company right before this, right before he came back to the WWE.
Like what culture?
Yeah, he was still on the gas then.
he had a cool match with Joe Hendry over in What Culture, and yeah, he was doing good matches at the end of his TNA run too. So,
but then again, like you said, he was on the drugs and stuff. Like the
he got a good match out of Cody.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's do it. So, is everybody thinking Bray Wyatt? What do you guys? Is anybody going to pick Finn Balor here?
I won't. I say Bray Wyatt.
No, honestly, if they did have Bray lose, it would be because like the Fiend won because he got DQ'd or something, and like he didn't care that he lost, and he still stood tall. But no, give him the fucking win, guys. Commit to this one.
I would actually give him the win via like ref stoppage or something like that. Maybe like lock on the mandible claw.
Scott, I was like, I wouldn't even mind that if they just kind of have the Fiend be kind of like not a wrestler,
just
like he's not there to compete.
Yeah,
I hope he loses. I hope he loses and goes away and just like retires and fucks JoJo for the rest of his life.
Sounds like a good way to retire.
I was about to say, I mean, you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I don't wish him ill. I just wish him to be off of wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't know how many guys have gotten this many chances.
Yeah. And
something at this level.
And like I said, this is like, to me, one of his biggest chances as of right now.
Because they didn't want AEW to take him. They knew AEW was going to form.
Honestly, we are in that realm of, probably.
Maybe.
That's why we have other people on this card, I think, too.
So another match, going to the next match. So we all picked Bray Wyatt, basically. So moving on to the next match. United States Champion AJ Styles, part of the OC, the original club. I assume that's what the OC is. Going up against Ricochet. First of all, I will say this is, in my opinion, still the most devalued title on the roster, in the company. It's been... Talk about fucking hot potato, ping pong, whatever the fuck term you want to use. This title has been everywhere. I hope AJ keeps it for a while and actually brings some value back to it. Having said that, that means I'm picking him again because I think he better beat fucking Ricochet here.
I agree with you on the sense that he'll be one to bring importance back to it. I think he already has established that because a guy of his stature just elevates it by regard of holding it.
He's starting, I agree. Yeah.
I have a bit of a different opinion of the titles and the trading. In the early part of the year, with bouncing it between Rusev and Nakamura and R-Truth and Joe, it bounced around a hot potato too much. But I think with Joe and Ricochet, it's elevating the guys. Like the competition is fierce for the title. Just because one guy lost to another doesn't mean the title's devalued. It meant they're both good enough to hold it. That's how I see it.
Well,
currently, since Joe, I don't include Mysterio in that. That was hot potato. Since Joe, Ricochet, and AJ, I think these guys are like, this is the IC or the US title level. I don't think it's hot potatoing as much as just bringing the guys up.
Yeah, see, that's the whole time frame when I actually it fell off for me is when Joe was the champion, Ray won it, all of a sudden Ray dropped it, and they just gave it back to Joe as another title run. Like, why not at least have a match? Just to me, it just drove me nuts. It's something stupid. It's kayfabe stuff, but to me,
that goes back to the whole thing where Ray got injured and they had a fluky pin anyway, so they were probably going to have a rematch. But the fluky pin just made it go, do the right thing, give it up. They should have vacated it and had a 4-way to have four guys go after it, like they've been doing, and elevate all 4 guys as contenders, like they literally did with Joe and Andrade and these guys. And It's like they're having like the matches are good, the competitors are good. It's the fact that it's being traded a lot. I don't see that as a negative so much. It just means there's fierce competition over the belt right now. I've never had a problem with that. This is going to sound harsh, but you get guys like R-Truth in there who aren't at the same level as these other guys, at least in the competitive side. Yeah, you're hot potatoing it back like when you had Goldust and Godfather and Road Dogg having it for like a week each for the IC title. That's hot potato. That's bullshit. This is just fierce competition over a belt, and hey, he won it. The guys get to be 8-time champions or 6-time champions because the title gets bounced around a bit, but that just means there's competition over it. I don't have a problem with that. So I have no problem with Ricochet winning it back because it means there's a feud and they're trading it and they're both going for it. I got no problem with that.
So who are you picking to win this one?
I'm thinking AJ still because they want the OC to look strong. So I see that happening.
All right. What about you, Lee? Who do you think is going to be walking out here with the belt?
The guy from Orange County.
Oh, there it is. The OC, baby. What about you, Peanut?
I'll say AJ Styles, but that's a very ignorant pick because I'm kind of clueless about what's been going on with the U.S. title since last SummerSlam.
Well,
just like he's clueless about the gay community.
I don't remember who had it last SummerSlam. That's how much it's
it was probably. I was about to say Nakamura. I assume it was him, and I don't even.
Oh yeah, he had it for the longest time when was never on a pay-per-view. That's right.
Yeah. So let's see. I guess might as well talk about it. What are you guys liking the OC right now?
Orange Cassidy, yeah, he's fun.
Oh my God, there it is. You just triggered Lee. You just triggered the man.
No, the OC. I mean, we're literally getting to a point where they should have done this 2 years ago. And I have my hopes they showed a picture with them with Nakamura, and everyone wants Balor involved. Get those guys in too. Let's just go 5 guys running roughshod. That would be fun. I want to see that. These guys, no one sees the club as a threat. AJ's a threat, but it feels like they're bringing him down.
Yes, I agree with that.
We need more right now, and they're not enough
on Raw. Like that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like the classic. Like it would be better if it was on SmackDown. That's what I'm trying to say.
Everything fucking gets lost in this company. I feel like
they're trying to run like they run the place, but it's like, oh, time for the OC segment. You're not running the place if it's here's your 15 minutes.
Yeah,
like they're not running roughshod, even though they got the US and tag titles. It doesn't feel like they're
amazing
in
how
charge of anything.
That third hour just creates so much mayhem, which like content management.
24/7 titles, where that comes in.
That's true. Great. It's one of the most talked about things right now. So let's go to the next match here. Okay, I guess we'll start with Lee. I want to get Lee's thoughts on this one here. Kevin Owens, Shane McMahon. So this is a one-on-one. Right now there's no stipulations besides... There's no actual match type stipulation, but if Kevin Owens loses, he says he will quit forever. So Lee,
that almost makes me want to see Shane win. That's great.
Really? Wow, I didn't know you were a non-KO guy.
No, I'm not a fan of any of these guys. I just don't give a shit.
Okay.
Kevin Owens has just been so devalued since he came into the fucking company. I don't care if he's trying to be Stone Cold Steve Austin now. I'm not fucking buying it. And Shane McMahon can go fucking eat a dick. I don't give a fuck what he does. I keep hoping every match he breaks his fucking neck so he doesn't have to wrestle anymore, but he keeps fucking surviving somehow. Just sweating through his clothes and fucking flop sweating all over the fucking ring every time he throws one of his stupid ass punches. Fuck him. Kevin Owens, he used to be good. I don't know what the fuck's going on with you now. At least his promos are better. At least he's not hanging out in a fucking bowling alley now and like shit. I don't know. Fuck was that garbage? I don't know what the fuck that shit was. But I mean, if Kevin Owens doesn't win this, then it's like, why the fuck do you bother with anything with Kevin Owens? But it's WWE. Why the fuck do you bother with Bray Wyatt? I don't know. Let's make him lose. Why'd you bother with fucking Kevin Owens? I don't know. Let's make him lose. Why'd you bother with any of these fucking guys that you push and then you just stop their push? I don't know. So who knows? We'll see. But I'll pick Kevin Owens. Why not?
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm definitely going to go Kevin Owens too. This would almost be, like a top lock type deal where I'm like, there's no way Kevin Owens is going to lose. I know the stipulation doesn't matter. The stipulation of, will have to retire or leave town or, quit forever. That stipulation doesn't mean anything anymore. We've seen that time and time again not mean anything. But I still think the way the story's going, there's no way Kevin Owens is going to lose. He will look like the dumbest, the worst motherfucker on the roster if he does all this shit, all the promos he's done, all the stuff he's cut. If he comes out and loses to Shane, even with, because there's going to be BS, there's going to be like the Revival or Elias or people are going to get involved. But no way Kevin Owens loses this match is what I think. The way it's going, I'm going to say big confidence on KO for me. What about you, Peanut?
It seems like it would be so obvious that it's Kevin Owens that I want to say Shane McMahon, but I feel like this has to be Kevin Owens because he's been away for so long that it's not like they can just like leave him off TV for 3 weeks. I mean, they could. They have so much people, but I don't know. I also don't care.
Yeah.
It's just amazing how Shane McMahon is at every pay-per-view and the main thing of SmackDown. Like when he came back 3-4 years ago, I would have never imagined he'd be one of the most active superstars in quotes
no joke
on the roster.
He is too, though.
And he's the best in the world, right?
And have that title. Yeah, so I'm tired of Shane McMahon. So I kind of don't care about this match. They ruined Kevin Owens. My pick, Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Top block.
There it is. What about you, Scott?
It was fun a couple of years ago when they did it. The Hell in a Cell and all this stuff. That was some fun stuff. It really is a retread to do it again. I've enjoyed Kevin Owens. I've always kind of liked him. The stuff he's doing now is fun. It doesn't ring true. For like the character just doesn't seem to be coming off. I don't want to say believable, but it is like
genuine.
It's not what his version of would be, and I don't even mean the stunner by that, but it just seems like there's something just off about it that doesn't seem like it's. I don't want to say from the heart, but it does. It seems like he's angry because that's the character, not legit trying to portray this like Punk was or whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It seems hollow.
I can see
that said, I'm still enjoying it. And honestly, he can't lose this, but at the same time, he can easily lose this. And oh no, Shane screwed him over, so he gets a second chance on SmackDown 2 days later.
God, don't. Yes, yes.
Right?
I know.
That's all
yeah,
it takes.
it does.
That's all it takes.
You're right.
He already lost a career match to Shane and Bryan when he teamed with Sammy at WrestleMania, and they were trying to fight their way back.
Look, I don't even remember that shit, but I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's whatever. Honestly, at this point, Shane McMahon could win this. Go take the title off of Kofi, just so Kevin can come back and take it off of him. Like, that's the world we live in with this stuff right now.
I've heard that for a while. People were talking about Shane was going to go take the WWE title, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Who better to take it off of Shane than Owens after this feud? It makes sense to come that full circle around SummerSlam or Survivor Series, rather.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens seems the way to go. The fans are going to love him. He's in Toronto. He's got to fight Toronto fight, sure, like the Raptors. He's going to win this one.
Yeah. So right off the bat, that's 3 matches, and we all picked the same person for every match. So I don't know if that means the show's starting to look a little predictable, but I mean that's what we got so far. So I guess we'll go to the next one: Trish Stratus versus Charlotte Flair. What do you guys think about Trish coming back and fighting? Lee, you got any thoughts on Trish coming back?
If Trish comes back as a brunette, I'll cheer her. If she comes back as a blonde, I hope Charlotte kills her.
Well, she's been on TV already, and she's been a brunette.
Yeah, she wrestled on Raw, and nobody cheered when she came out.
Come on, I haven't been watching that stuff.
And she's blonde.
Blonde, yes. I'm sorry.
I
just
thought
said
she was a brunette.
She
not anymore.
Well, it's kind of a it's kind of a
SmackDown,
mix.
On SmackDown, I thought it was.
It's like a mix, kind of, I believe. Hold on, let me go back. I don't know. Let me research this. Scott, give me your
It's not the dark brown like it used to be.
Give me your thoughts on who you think's going to win, Scott.
Flair.
I looked this up.
I know they're in Toronto. That's Trish's hometown and all that fun stuff. Charlotte's going to win because she really should, and it's another accolade for Charlotte to win. And really,
oh yeah,
I don't care. Like, I've never been a big Trish fan.
It's a dirty blonde.
Dirty blonde, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a fade.
So, I've never been a big fan of Trish. She's good, but it's like her match at like Evolution and that has not been great.
Well,
She and Lita especially had not been able to keep it together. So
I think
don't-
that was a lot
I
to
don't
do
know.
with Lita. Lita was definitely
yeah.
Yeah.
But this,
I don't think she's as great as she gets held up to be. I think it was just the time.
Talking about Trish?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh man, Trish was the best back then, though.
absolutely not.
Wait,
today's climate, I don't think she would even.
who was better than
I-
Trish?
I never liked Trish
No
back
one
in the
then.
day. Is what I'm trying to say. Like she
Back
wasn't.
in
She was the best of what there was.
Yes.
Victoria
That doesn't
was
mean
better. I
you're
like
great.
Victoria.
Victoria,
could
Ivory, Mickey James.
Yeah,
No, those
Molly.
those are good feuds, and nobody is like a bigger Mickey James and Molly Holly fan than I am. But in all honesty, Trish was a better wrestler than they were.
Let's look at this and deconstruct it. Trish Stratus is a 7-time women's champion because they kept putting the belt on her. Charlotte Flair's in the same position up until recently, where they kept putting the belt on her.
Sure.
You can look back and say, "Hey, she's the best ever."
Well,
Because they kept going with her.
you can't necessarily say that because Alexa Bliss is in that same boat almost right now, and we know.
Yeah.
I think Alexa Bliss is
yeah.
fantastic as far as character, and she's one of the best promos in the female division. But face facts, she's not that good of a wrestler.
But that's kind of my point.
I think she's like on par with what Trish Stratus was. Like,
That's kind of my
she's-
point.
Yeah,
I think Trish is a lot better than Alexa.
more than passable. Like I always thought she was
Yeah.
good, but I don't think she's the greatest.
I see
you
what you're
know.
saying.
I know Mickey James has like recently had like knee surgery or whatever. Can we just like skip this match and have her walk around the ring in tight jeans?
There you go. So I'm just saying, hey, I was a big Mickey James fan.
To the pick.
Oh yeah,
I don't know
who's
who's picking?
you pick Peanut.
Charlotte is my pick.
Okay, mine was going to be Charlotte too.
Yeah.
So far,
All
we have all
again.
picked
So
the same.
Lee, did you actually pick somebody? I don't remember.
I'm gonna go Charlotte. That seems
You
logical.
know, Charlotte. Yeah. You
Don't
guys
do
got to
it,
remember. You guys got to remember though. This is in Canada, and
Right.
Charlotte
And the
Flair.
Canadians have spoken.
I mean, I'm going with Trish. I 100%.
The hometown doesn't always win.
That's true. That's true. But
And sometimes they especially don't.
I was going to say like post like 2005. Wasn't it like a joke that you always lost in your hometown? Like
I was
It
at
was.
WrestleMania in Toronto and Trish Stratus lost.
I understand.
I don't think that play. I mean, they're going to play it up, of course, because she's returning. And
Oh
to
yeah,
Toronto.
like she's got like
But-
3 new shirts with maple leaves and CN Tower and shit all over it. It's going
Which
to be
is
great. And then she's
It's
going
going to
to
be better when Charlotte pins her 1, 2, 3 and walks
Exactly.
out, and they do the close up of her face, and she's laughing, and
Okay.
there's one guy behind her giving the thumbs down, and
and the entire 20,000 people are booing. Yeah, it's going to be great.
I just think that Charlotte can definitely take a loss here, and it's not going to affect her or hurt her or anything. And it'll be a nice
You're-
pop for the fans. The fans will get super into it. seeing
You're
Trish
right
win.
that she can take that loss, but she would infinitely benefit more from getting the win.
Oh, I agree.
Charlotte has a lot of those, and this would be she's a
and they
Flair.
never-
That's how
they
Flairs get to
never
be those.
have the returning the Hall of Famer, whatever. They never have them return and win unless it's like Goldberg and he wins the title.
Or The Rock. Wait, The Rock. Yeah, The
Or
Rock.
The Rock.
Rock's in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yes. Right?
Rock's
No,
the Hall of
Rock's
Fame, yeah,
not.
no.
Yeah.
Is
okay,
he?
never
I
mind.
don't think so.
Nope.
I was
Say
getting
it.
confused by that. But anyway, I don't know. I would if I was
Legend.
booking
That was the term I was looking for.
Legend. Yeah, if I was booking, I would put Charlotte over. Who do I want to win? I want Charlotte to win, but I think this is the match where they will give the win to the Canadian, because I think, which we'll talk about next, is Natalia's match, where I think Natalia is definitely going to lose. So I guess let's talk about that match next. We got Natalia versus.
I already don't care. Just skip it.
Oh, whoa. Okay, I didn't know I was going to get this reaction from this match. Okay, so Becky versus Natalia, submission match, by the way.
Becky.
You going? Yeah, going Becky. I as well am going Becky. Is anybody going Natalia?
No.
Lee?
Hell no.
There you go. Okay. So I heard a lot of sighs. What's everybody's thoughts on this match? Is there something wrong?
Natalia.
Oh, Natalia and Ember both coming out as SummerSlam level challengers out of nowhere. Just made me go, what? To both of them. The Ember Moon challenging Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title as well.
Mm-hmm.
Natalia, oh, it's Canada's hero. No, fuck no. She's Calgary. I don't care about her.
Oh wow, there it is.
That's right. We like our own, but no, fuck you.
Yeah, there's a pretty big east-west divide in this country.
Bret Hart was
Oh.
Canada's, but Natalia's Calgary.
So is that like Canada's, the equivalent of America's North and South? Is that what this is?
That is
Yeah,
true.
it's like people
The
saying,
West
"Oh,
Coast is the one with the Asians and the weed, and
Vancouver, right?
yeah, And the East Coast is the French. That's how I see it.
Oh,
in
Quebec,
my
yeah,
American vision.
Think of it this way.
Wow.
Okay, so you're from LA. You're going to be in New York. They're going to cheer because you're American. No, it's that kind of thing. But no, it's honestly, she'll be popular. She'll get cheers. People will like her. It's going to be great. It'll be actually a pretty decent match too because they can pull one out. But she's just not been seen as a threat
no.
in years.
It's
Like her SmackDown
filler.
Women's title win from a year or so ago was out of nowhere and meh. So I don't get it.
Let's get real. I still remember when they had her farting on TV.
And
No.
kissing the great Khali. Yeah, good time.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I like Natty, but to me, Lacey Evans was just
Well, yeah,
as
you called her Natty there.
just as Scott was saying. Sorry, yeah, no, that's her name. Come on now, goddammit, everybody calls her Natty. Come on, you got to get on the bus, Gus. Let's go. All right, now, no, for real. Scott was just saying. Scott was just saying that she's not a threat, and I think Lacey Evans was more of a fucking threat. And everybody hates Lacey Evans.
She was portrayed as a threat because she was always out there and
Well, I mean,
stalking
there's-
people
She was
and
fine.
doing
She was
stuff,
fine.
and they did it. Natalia was just having matches here and there and there. I'm the challenger now.
Well,
What?
she's yeah.
It's obvious that she's good. She knows what she's doing, and they can
Yes.
always put her in that spot, and we're aware of that's her role. Like when they need a decent match, oh, Natalia's the challenger. It'll be a one-off. It'll be a good match, and then we can put thought into this title.
That
next
doesn't
pay-per-view.
scream SummerSlam.
No, I agree with that one. I
That's
agree with
my
that.
problem with that. That would have been fine for any of the pay-per-views between WrestleMania and now, but not SummerSlam.
Yeah.
If they had been building up Natalia as taking out all challengers, saying, I want the title at SummerSlam. It's in Toronto. I want that. And building her up, okay. We might have something. But instead, it was simply a case, it's her turn. That's
Yeah.
not enough for me. And
And
it
it's-
literally, Ember Moon is the exact same thing for me.
At least Ember Moon's a little bit fresh, at least.
Yes.
So that's good. So, okay. So, again, everybody's picking Becky, I assume. We'll go on to that next match then.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. So that's another, all one-sided match. So
Yeah.
let's go to Bailey versus Ember Moon. So, Scott, I guess we'll let you start this one off. Do you think that Ember Moon's just a throw-in and she's going to take the loss?
Well, the worst part here is she shouldn't be, because she has been portrayed as the whole war goddess thing and whatever, and she's a threat, and NXT brutalizer can come in here and destroy and all this other stuff. But they haven't really done that until suddenly she's the challenger. Look, it's her turn now. It's the same thing was with Natalia. It's like, oh, okay. But she was one of the first matches they announced along with Brock and Seth. Like,
True.
we knew about Bailey and Ember for a long time. And to me, it feels like they've done nothing to escalate it and almost de-escalated it back on the last couple of shows, where it's like she's not a threat at all for Bailey, even though she easily could be based on what we've seen and what we know, but she's just not portrayed as one. It's just Ember's turn. Okay. Like, I don't know. It's easy to criticize for what they didn't do, which is what I'm doing a lot of. I understand that. But from what they're presenting, Ember doesn't look like as much of a threat as Alexa and Nikki did last time. Right?
Sure.
It's Ember suddenly it's your turn. Here, you got 3 weeks. Go ahead. No, build up Ember, have her destroy people on the way up, and we get there. It's like MLW, like Lee was saying. It's like build things up, lead things to things, and it'll be good. But to simply turn around and say, all right, Alexa and Nikki is over. Now it's going to be Ember. Well, why her? Well, because it's new. Yeah, but what's she been doing? Nothing.
Well, see, she's been hurt,
Then
right?
why her? It's, yeah.
I think she's been hurt. I think she just came back from injury not too long ago.
Okay,
I
then she
believe.
should have come out there and just destroyed a few people. Instead, it was just another match to be another challenger.
Yeah.
If this is on the main card,
I will be surprised. Actually, I think this is going to be pre-show, but what are you
Okay,
going to say?
that-
I could see it. They haven't
if it's
announced
on
what's
the main
what's the
card,
pre-show yet.
which I don't think it will be. If it's on the main card, I think Ember Moon's going to win
Oh.
because they haven't put any thought into it, and sometimes they do that. They'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's SummerSlam. We don't like Bailey right now. Let's give it to Ember Moon. Let's see what she does, and then
You know
if she's
what?
good with it, she'll keep it into Mania or whatever."
But then they won't like her with it, and they'll change it again in a month. And
yeah, but if it's on the pre-show, it's just going to be Bailey in a 5-minute squash.
who's the champion now? Yeah,
Well, you say that. They just did this, like, at Extreme Rules with Nakamura winning. Like, it was a random match that was announced the day of. There was the Balor Nakamura. It was announced the day of. They came out on the pre-show, and Nakamura won, and I was just like, what the
Yep.
fuck just happened? Like,
no, I was thinking that he had.
I'm sure everybody was, but
that
like,
at least was something that he thought he could win it.
yeah.
But I'm going to say my pick is Ember Moon, though. Just so
Oh, you're going Ember Moon. Okay.
I'll say it. I'll take the risk.
All right. Scott,
I wouldn't be
who'd you
surprised,
pick?
to be honest.
Did you pick Bailey?
I picked Bailey, but I wouldn't be surprised if Ember won it simply because it's so
It's SummerSlam.
meh of a thing. Yeah.
I don't know. I really like Ember Moon a lot, but
I'm not saying I don't.
oh, I
I'm
know
just
that.
saying
I know.
I don't like what they're doing with her right now.
No, I see what you're saying.
And
Yeah.
giving her the title isn't the way to be like, now you care about her. No, make me care about her getting the title.
That was me saying that, so it softened the blow when I said I like Ember Moon a lot, but Bailey's gonna win. But yeah, I'm going Bailey as well. I don't see this. Yeah, exactly. There's no build. It's just going to be hey, here's a match, and it's over. There's going to be nothing here.
Yeah, this will be under 10 minutes probably.
Yeah, Lee, what are you thinking here?
Bailey's going to use that exquisite lower half of hers, that nice, succulent, muscular lower half, to put all the weight on Ember Saturn, or whatever the fuck her name is.
Ember fucking Saturn. That's amazing.
That's a good name. I like that.
That is it. Ember Saturn versus Bailey. All right, so everybody but Peanut going with Bailey. Peanut's the odd man out. All right. Let's see. What match?
Never doubt me.
Match. Oh, this match is going to be fun. This is actually pretty damn new. Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. Wow.
Let's fucking go.
Okay.
I opened my Google app. Okay.
Yes.
And sometimes when you open your Google app, like it was the first thing I did in the morning for some reason, I just opened the Google app.
Yeah.
And underneath the search bar, they give you headline. And for some reason, it was like the recommended page was like Goldberg returns and faces Dolph Ziggler. And I was like, this is a dream. Like, I'm not
I'm not awake yet.
This is not real life.
Reality?
Why would Goldberg be facing Dolph Ziggler at SummerSlam in 2019?
Oh man. You know.
But that's my story of how I found out this match was real. Because then I clicked
it
the link.
still
and there
might
was
be a
a
dream. Maybe it's
there was
all
a
been
YouTube
fake
video,
ever
and I
since.
watched it, and I was like, "Oh no, it's real."
So
we're
what do
not
you?
getting the Dolph Ziggler versus Shawn Michaels.
So
match.
in
That
your
was
dream, Peanut, who did you have win? Or if this is your dream, who would
it was
win?
a nightmare that became reality.
And you're
and
still living it.
it's going to be Goldberg.
Goldberg? Yeah, I mean, okay, all right, it makes sense. What about you, Scott?
So, Goldberg.
Yeah.
Because Dolph Ziggler is gonna bump like a motherfucker for him.
It sucks because I think Dolph's hitting a little bit of a stride again. Like you can tell he's feeling it, he's grooving. And hopefully this doesn't take him out of it, because when Dolph doesn't care, it's very obvious.
Yeah, and I thought he never could not care, but he did recently not care.
Yeah, I would say the past 2 years.
I think
after
he
his feud with the Miz.
The weird thing with this match,
Not care. I want to say focus. Let me change.
Yeah,
focus.
it was the Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, and then I heard rumors like a week or so ago saying that was all a ruse and it's going to be Goldberg. I'm like, why? What? And then it was because he's been bad mouthing the Legends. I'm like, okay, so Goldberg's going to be out there and fight for the Legends. Okay, and Ziggler badmouthed him specifically. That's cool. He super kicked Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Why isn't Shawn Michaels facing him?
Exactly.
Oh, he's retired. He fucking came out of retirement. He broke the seal. No, you can't say I'm retired, I won't wrestle anymore. You've done it, Shawn. Fuck off.
And this would have been a good one.
If this was Michaels versus Ziggler,
Oh,
I'd be like,
goodness. When I saw that he super kicked him, I was like, oh, please.
Me too.
Lead to this.
Yeah.
I was
let's do that.
Yeah, I was in the boat of.
Like Dolph is going to put his life's work into this feud because this is like his dream.
Yeah.
Like, anyone's dream, really. Who wouldn't want to work with Shawn Michaels?
Like, think of that. And maybe Michaels only ever he'll face AJ Styles at a Rumble or something. Like he'll make 2 matches a year.
Maybe.
That's fine. That's cool. That's all we need from him for that.
Yeah, I mean.
And Michaels versus Ziggler. I know Lee's a big Michaels fan. We'll get there. But Michaels versus Ziggler, that might have been too similar. But Michaels versus Jericho did that story great way back at Mania 19, and it could have been great. Michaels and Ziggler. We still might get it. Who knows? Goldberg and Ziggler is so fucking random.
It's going to kill whatever momentum Dolph has. Like, how do you rebound from this?
It's like, does anybody think it's going to go past 5 minutes?
Oh my goodness!
It's not. He's going to spear him. Maybe he'll dodge the spear, but then he'll actually spear him. And then he'll hit a zigzag, but then he'll spear him again.
Oh, he's
and
not.
then he'll jackhammer.
He's not zigzagging him. Nope. no, I'm not seeing a zigzag.
But you know what I mean? Like that's literally
I know what you mean.
I just described the
They're
match.
They're going to do a thing where he's
going
going
to
to super kick
fun.
Goldberg. He's going to super kick Goldberg, and Goldberg's just going to shake it off.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna spear him.
And then spear him. Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. It's going to be a fun look at that. But has anybody ever clamored for Goldberg versus Ziggler?
That's why I thought it was like a
no.
weird dream I was
Yeah,
having.
that's
no
like one
reality.
of those random things that you get when you're playing 2K, and it's like, here's the match on Raw tonight. It's
Yeah.
versus
This
all right,
is-
that match sounds interesting. Let's go with it.
This is what's happening. Okay, they took the Matt Riddle real life person and gave it to Ziggler's little character here, talking
you're
shit
right.
about the legends. Obviously, putting him in a match against Goldberg. They're literally putting Ziggler in this Matt
right.
Riddle
You're
like
right.
spot.
So okay, the thing with I'm not against Goldberg. Like we've said before about the Goldberg Undertaker match. That match was a lot of fun until he bonked his head,
Yeah.
and then it just went to shit. But it still wasn't even that terrible. It was just like he wasn't able to do it. I have nothing against Goldberg. Goldberg is not past
It's
his prime.
contributing to the overall mess for me.
Yeah,
That's my
But-
problem with it.
but with Goldberg, I mean, there's matches I'd rather see. Like, I don't know, I'd even be up for Taker again or some random shit. Like, you could use Goldberg better than this. It's so random on the last Raw to have this. But let's go full out with what Bomber said. What if Dolph was like, you know what? No, I pulled in a ringer too, and Matt Riddle comes out.
Oh my God. Get out of here. Not happening.
No, Goldberg versus Riddle at SummerSlam. Let's
That would be
fucking go.
that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic.
It's not happening. Goldberg's gonna spear him three times and jackhammer him.
True. Yeah, it wouldn't go very well for Riddle if that was the case. But
But I don't care. Like, Goldberg, it'll be fun, but why? Like, just to appease him from Saudi? Okay.
all right, let's hear what Lee's got to say. Lee, who are you thinking of going with in this Goldberg versus Ziggler match?
What a waste of everybody's fucking time, man. This is just.
Amen.
Poor Miz doesn't
Okay.
even get a match.
Say what you will about fucking Shawn Michaels. I think he's a piece of garbage. I think he's fucking overrated, but he's a smart man. He knows how to leverage himself in and out of things. And someone came up with the idea of, hey, we can have you face Ziggler, and he just pulled a Hogan and said, that doesn't work for me, brother. And he's just, it's like, I'm not doing a jobber match. Well, who can we pay an exorbitant amount of money to do a jobber match? Hey, we got Goldberg still on the roster, technically. He'll do a jobber match for 5 minutes. He'll do a sprint and fucking kill by everybody. And there you go. There's your match. And I don't give a shit about any of this.
Well, so who? I assume you're picking Goldberg then, right?
Yeah, the Jewish jackhammer. He's going to win.
There it is. Okay, so here's a little stat for you guys. I looked it up because I was curious about this. Goldberg has competed in 5 matches since returning, since 2004, this 2004 run. He's competed in 5 matches. The first one versus Brock Lesnar at Survivor Series. And then
In Toronto.
in Toronto, yes.
And they loved him there.
Then he was in the Rumble, technically. I mean, it was super quick. It wasn't very long, but he was in the Rumble, so that counts as a match. Then he fought Kevin Owens when he won the title in 22 seconds. When he won the Universal title in 22 seconds at Fastlane. And then he lost to Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. And then, most recently, he lost to Goldberg. So if you look down these names... besides maybe Kevin Owens, I think Ziggler sticks out as wait, this doesn't look right. Like, he's facing these A-list names, and then all of a sudden now he's going against the Ziggler. It's like,
Yeah, and
what?
Owens was main eventing for the Universal title.
Just so they can put
that
the
was a title match.
on.
Yeah, so that's the
This is
only
gonna have
reason.
no follow up. Like, it's gonna be.
Yeah,
It's
so
gonna
this
be
seems,
Mondays.
Follow-up's going to be Michaels versus Ziggler at WrestleMania or some shit.
I don't think so.
If
No,
so,
I don't
then
think so
he's
either,
winning.
But it should be.
If so, he's winning. Then,
No, he's not.
well, if he's gonna face
You
Michaels,
can't- you can't
No.
squash Ziggler in 5 minutes and then have him compete
Yeah.
with Michaels in like a 20
Mr.
30 minute.
WrestleMania.
That'll be in April. No one will remember.
That's
They'll
true.
show the highlights of the Legend feud when he super
And
kicked
also, this is just a rehash. If they do go down this route of the Legend Killer Randy Orton gimmick that he had back in the day. So I don't want it to get too close to that, because that was Randy Orton's whole Legend Killer gimmick was fantastic. If they're gonna try to just rehash it, it's just gonna be not good. So hopefully this is the end of it here with the Goldberg squash. But and those matches that I just named, only one of them lasted more than 5 minutes, and it was the one against Undertaker in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So
No, it's the only thing I'm interested in is the fact it's going to be Toronto again. Who's going to ape shit for him?
That's true. Yep. So anyway, yeah, I think we're all going. I don't know if I said it, but yeah, I'm going Goldberg as well. We're all going Goldberg here as well. So
Even
man,
if Dolph Ziggler smashes him with a chair and doesn't give a fuck, he still gets DQ'd and Goldberg wins. So yeah.
sure. All right. So this is a match that is guaranteed to be on the pre-show. the Cruiserweight title match, Drew Gulak versus Oney Lorcan.
Gulak.
Peanut, you're just going to Gulak, huh?
That's all I have on it.
All right, Gulak.
That's a name that you knew. Yeah.
That's a name that he's heard before.
Exactly.
Okay. What about you, Scott?
Oney Lorcan has a horrible Twitter handle because it's Star Destroyer. And when I saw Star Destroyers going against Drew Gulak, I'm like, who's Star Destroyer? Like,
Yeah.
It's Oney Lorcan. That's his. Okay. Oney Lorcan's been fun in NXT. He's been awesome here and there. His Twitter is fun now that I've actually seen it. I don't think he's going to win this one, though. It's Gulak or nothing right now. He's kind of running pretty great with it. So this is going to help Gulak's reign more than anything.
Yeah, I agree with that one. What about you, Lee?
Oney Lorcan.
There it is. That actually looks like how it's spelled, Oney. Here's my little insight for those that do not know. These guys, both former CZW wrestlers, competed in CZW's biggest show of the year, biggest match of the year against each other for the CZW World Title in Cage of Death. So
Was that the Parking Garage Classic?
Yes, it was at Skaters Flight. Skaters Flyer Skate Zone. God,
Are you saying real things?
I just had a fucking stroke there. Flyer Skate Zone. Yes, that's where the event was held.
Fuck, are you talking about?
Yes, that's the arena that they were in.
I was there once when I got skate lessons when I was 5.
Awesome.
They have a little seating there for your parents.
That's good. So anyways, yeah, so these guys have a indie history, and I've seen some crazy shit that they do to each other. Obviously none of that shit's happening here, obviously. But I just wanted to, for those that did not know, these guys actually do have a history dating back to, I don't know what year it was, but it was probably 2013, 2014, somewhere around there in CZW. So
yeah,
just a fun little nugget of info there for you. But
it's going to be a great match that's going to be worth checking out. Not just because it's Cruiserweights 205, but these guys are both really good.
Yeah,
so.
I'm going Drew as well. He just won the title not long ago. He's got a good run, and I've been waiting for him. Whenever he does lose the title, I'll probably cry. So just want to point that out. So
Go Oney.
Just so you guys know, whenever you see Drew Gulak lose, I will be crying somewhere.
Oney Lorcan is the owner of the weirdest NXT name that I can think of, because you might get a Cameron Grimes for a Trevor Lee, but
yeah,
Oney Lorcan, who says that and goes, yes, that's a marquee worthy name? What the? I don't understand. I don't.
Finn Balor, goddamn pal.
Yeah. So let's.
At least that means Demon King. What the fuck does Oney Lorcan mean?
Yeah, Demon King. That was Punisher Martinez, right?
Yeah, no. Punisher Martinez is now Damon Priest.
Wait, who's? What did you just say? Demon what?
Demon King. Finn Balor.
Oh, Demon King. Sorry, I like I said, I had a stroke, so sorry about that.
Yeah, you did. You're
Still
tired.
recovering.
It's okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
But anyway, just his name in CZW in the Indies was Biff Busick, by the way. So
that's better.
yeah.
Well, maybe
Biff Busick sounds like Brooklyn Brawler 2000 or
so. Anyway, moving on. That just got a little history lesson for you. We got Randy Orton versus Kofi Kingston. Is anybody else excited for this match? Because I'm hearing a lot of people online are super fucking hype for this match. Anybody feeling it? Yeah.
I've seen it. They're like, oh, it's all the history. It's all the feud from 10 years ago is going to happen now.
Yeah. And just a side note, if you haven't already, go to WWE's YouTube channel and look for there's a little build-up video for this match already on there. I don't know if it's going to air on the pay-per-view or not, but go watch it. It shows the history and stuff. It's super well done. I linked it in the Discord, but it's lost by now. But go look for it on WWE's YouTube channel. It's very good. It shows the history between the guys. It's a little more one-sided for Kofi, but still very, very good little build-up and promo trailer for the guys. I guess I'll go first. I'll let you guys think about who you were going to pick, but I'm a little nervous. I know how WWE likes to throw Randy Orton a bone every once in a while.
Stop.
No.
You're not allowed to pick. We're just gonna go.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. But when you mention anything about Randy Orton, it goes that way.
It scares me.
That's not true.
You made him win the Rumble, you bastard.
I slightly did. You're right.
Hey, what about Randy Orton? Is the goddamn quote. And he won the Rumble and took the title off of Bray at Mania.
Exactly.
You monster.
Yeah, that was all my fault. You're right. That was 100% on me.
Downfall of Bray Wyatt.
I'm just saying, I I'm definitely feeling Kofi here, but something in the back of my mind is telling me that Randy Orton definitely has a chance. But it would kill.
Always has a
That's the nature of the promotion of the match.
True. It really would kill Kofi Kingston, especially when you watch the build-up I was referencing, where he's like, I was building my way up. And Randy Orton, the rumors were he was the guy that knocked me down. He's the guy that prevented me. He's the guy that didn't let me reach, the pinnacle or whatnot. And if he loses here after saying all that, it makes it look like, okay, Kofi, well, you had your shot to redeem yourself and you failed. So now Randy Orton's right. You do suck and you're not as good as him.
Did you not see the SmackDown promo where Randy came out and said, "Yes, you're right. I was the guy who used my influence to keep you down"?
I did not.
Because he literally said that in a promo
Awesome. That's fantastic.
to his face in the ring.
And what did Kofi do?
Kick him.
Okay, good. At least he did something instead of like,
Yeah.
okay, and back up. Okay, good.
No, you're right. Because if anybody could take the title, it's Randy. Because Randy Orton, he's one of those guys where it's like, you would never question Randy Orton getting the title, even if you don't want it. It's never a thing to make you go, oh, that doesn't make sense. No, especially with their history, because he beat him before to retain it 10 years ago. Yeah. I think it's all. This is really a way to get more for Kofi. He'll get the win over the guy to kill an old demon, that kind of thing. It'll be good. But
sure,
just to say, it would kill Kofi if you lost. Yeah, it would, and that wouldn't stop him from doing it.
True, it would really sour this reign that he's got. A lot of people are really going south on this reign as it is, but this would really put a damper on the reign for real.
It's amazed me how much people have wanted to see Kofi Kingston get a run as champion, and he got it, and is giving them exactly what Kofi Kingston as champion would be.
Yep,
and they don't like it. It's like you literally got what you wanted.
100% right on that.
He didn't change. It's literally it. And I don't like it. It's exactly what this would be.
Yep.
He's not. He should be more aggressive. No, he's going to be New Day Kofi. What do you want?
Yep. So I am actually going to pick Kofi, but
same.
I'm picking Kofi. So Peanut, what do you got here?
It would be wrong to bet against Randy Orton.
It's hard though, right? That aura.
Yeah, because Kofi's had a lot longer run than I thought, and this would be a good point to be like, all right, the Kofi era is over. But if Orton gets the title, I don't know what they do with him. So
true.
I got to go with Kofi.
Can I throw a suggestion at you? He gets it back like they did with Orton and Christian for a bit there, where Kofi becomes two-time champ. True. Right? It doesn't mean it's the end. It's just the end of
the two-time world champion when he
goes
in the Hall of Fame.
And that would put Orton as what, a 13 time?
I was thinking that. Like, is he
Orton's at 13 right now. He's got 9 and 4, I think. 9 WWE and 4 World.
Because he has more. He would have more than Triple H, right?
I think Triple H is 14, I believe.
Triple H has 8 and 5.
Yeah.
So he might not have 9 and 5. Yeah.
We need to look this up, but anyway.
Yeah. Neither of them have 15.
Yeah.
I think Triple H is 14 and Orton is 13.
Yeah. The only one closest is Cena right now. The closest person is Cena to getting Flair. But anyway,
they're tied now.
Well, Cena has Flair. He's at 16.
Okay, there you go. Lee.
Unless you want to count 20 for Flair because he's got goofy one.
That's true. People have been talking about that lately too. Lee, so what are you thinking here? You thinking Kofi? You thinking Randy?
Kofi.
Kofi. Oh, okay. All right. Anything else, or is that is that it?
I don't care.
Okay. All right. That works.
That's the episode title.
Well,
I don't care.
I think there is only one more match to talk about that's been booked. And I assume this is going to be our main event. The Universal Championship on the line.
Kevin Nash
Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Brock Lesnar is back, baby, and he's got the Universal title again. This is actually hard for me to pick, so I'm going to let Peanut go first.
Well, I was just thinking, it's a tough one. I can't believe Brock Lesnar's still around.
Why
amazing.
not?
It's easy.
And he's champ again.
It's easy money for him, so I don't blame him. I totally would do it as well, and I wouldn't care what anyone thinks. But it's just funny that he's like, the WWE's still like, okay, Brock, you're our champion because you're drawing us money and not costing us money, which I assume with what they're paying him, they have to be losing money. But that's a discussion for another time. For the match, I'm going to go Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Top block.
And Jesus, how many top blocks you got over there?
I don't know. I haven't been following, but it seems like Seth Rollins his momentum is going away.
Oh, people would agree with that 100%.
And WWE might sense that, or they're gonna love that he's a company guy, and he's gonna become super annoying as the face of the company.
We're about to talk about that in 1 second.
Yeah, they do that.
I want to hear.
But for today, I'm going with Brock Lesnar to retain.
All right, Lee, what are you thinking here?
I have this sneaking suspicion that Seth's going to get the title back. I think it's just another case of really backwards thinking when it comes to what WWE is doing with the booking. They've made Seth Rollins look like an absolute total fucking bitch the last couple weeks after booking him like a fucking megastar and him being super over and him with his girlfriend being super over and just being a great team and all that shit. And then lately they've just been booking them like a fucking bitch. They've been trying to book him as the underdog, and I think that's a massive mistake. He's not the kind of guy you book as a fucking underdog, even if he's against a fucking monster like Brock Lesnar.
Well, they were doing that with Roman, even.
I know, it's stupid. And here's the thing. Seth Rollins fucking... the last match he had with Lesnar there, where he won the title, he got brutalized for like a couple minutes, and then he just killed Lesnar out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He wasn't presented as an underdog. He was presented as a guy who had a deadly move that could fucking take Lesnar out. So why are you booking him as an underdog all of a sudden? Like, I understand 1 week he gets his ass handed to him by Lesnar. That's fine. But he should have been fighting back like by week 2. It should have been like a more even keel kind of thing. But no, they're actually legit booking him as the underdog. And the sad thing is, it's making him look like a little bitch. It's making him look like a guy who doesn't deserve to be there, a guy who can be easily beaten by Lesnar. And if he gets a win, and I assume he is, they might even make that look like a fluke this time, which just totally devalues him, and it makes no goddamn sense to me. But it's the kind of thing WWE does all the time. They always want to like break guys down after they've built them up, and then they build them up again, and it's just dumb. I don't get it. It's just totally counterproductive to how wrestling is supposed to be, in my mind, anyway. But yeah, I think Seth's going to win it.
And you know what? I just thought about this as you were talking there. This is almost like a carbon copy of what Lesnar and Roman went through when Roman was coming out and getting just the absolute shit beat out of him, and he was getting like stretchered out and like that same. Doing the same exact thing they're doing with Seth Rollins right now.
Same programs, just said Roman Reigns didn't have a girlfriend.
There you go.
Because in their mind, they're like, "Oh, it works every time," and it's been a year. They forget.
They totally forgot how it did not work with.
But they
Reigns.
don't see that. They think, "Oh, he's a success story."
I get. Scott. I guess. What are you thinking?
Oh, you guess? Okay. Seth is probably going to win it, and the idea is, I'm thinking, because they saw how well it worked, and he beat him, and he was the champion, the Beast Slayer, and all that. And well, how do you get people to really rally behind him? Well, you have him beat Brock again. Well, he doesn't have to win the title from him again. He could retain. That could be good too. But no, it's the same way they did it with Braun. They wanted to see Brock keep beating up Braun, so that when Braun finally gets his hands on him, they're going to be really behind him. Well, no, there is a danger if you do it too much. They're going to think, he can't do it. And that's the worry here. Like, Seth isn't being treated just like an underdog. He's a Rey Mysterio underdog, where you're looking like there is no chance this guy can do it. Instead of, he's a smaller guy, so he's going to get thrown around like AJ did or Brian did. And
like
all these other
he
guys, Balor. And he did.
He's already beat him.
Yeah, he's already
all
been
these
through it,
guys,
yeah.
But all these guys have been thrown around like the smaller guys, but they're capable. Yeah, they're underdogs, and that it's going to be an uphill battle. But it's not like they're like underdogs because they're simply not capable. But that's how they're making him. They're making him look like an incapable underdog.
Yep.
Who has no chance. Not just that it's going to be hard, but he can't. And that's fucking stupid. Because he already did. It's not like Balor or AJ, these guys who didn't have a shot before. He literally beat him already at Mania early.
So
this makes no sense to me. But he's still going to win it, which is even more ass backwards because they've portrayed him as a guy who really shouldn't now.
Well, I mean, I don't know about should. He's just been getting his ass beat again. If that, I don't know.
Well, it makes his win look like a
so why
fluke.
would the match be any different? Is how I look at it. He can barely walk and he's having trouble standing because he's getting his ass beat.
They're trying to tell the story of
be able to wrestle a competent match. I had the same problem with the Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers back at Double or Nothing when they said, yeah, the Lucha Brothers have had like 90 matches since January, and the Bucks had one. And they're out of practice, and they're not as good. They're missing a step, and this and that. Oh, but they still won. They're that good. They're the best. They still showed them as capable, just, a step behind. Not like they couldn't even do it.
Yeah.
Seth is looking like, instead of being like, look, he's out of step because he's hurt and smaller, but he's got it done before. He's just got to do the right things. Instead, they're portraying him as, he can't. He's too hurt. Oh, but look, can you imagine? Can you believe that he did it? It's to make it look like that much better when he actually does. When they're doing the ridiculousness of trying to convince you he can't. I get that's the promotion.
You want to make it believable?
Why would you sell the main event of the major show as the champion versus the guy who literally has no shot? Yeah. Unless maybe
you want to make it believable.
Yep.
Or along the lines of the fucking cuck storyline they're doing with what's his face. They should have it like, oh, Becky's just been like fucking him so hard that he's just totally fucked out and he can't compete anymore. Like he's that broken.
He's fucked out.
Well, what was that line? I think Russo said that Becky should have fucked him over. And
and she said, "I did," or something like that.
Response was, "I did, though."
Yeah, she's like, "I did last night."
Yeah, okay, that's pretty great.
That was a good line. Yeah. Well, I mean, she's been saving him lately, so maybe she'll come out and save him against Brock Lesnar. So,
that literally is part of the storyline because Becky and Seth both talked about that. It's like they didn't want to do the usual girlfriend thing where the girlfriend gets beat up and the guy rescues it.
Sure.
And they said,
2019.
Well, what if we flip that? Yeah, that'd be fun. So that's like, I'll get my ass beat. You come on and save me. They were cool with that. That's a fun way to do it because it gets both characters to do their thing, and it's fine. Seth Rollins is like a Shawn Michaels or a Bret Hart. He can get his ass beat. He's not a world killer, but he's good enough to stay with them and handle it. Right now, he's dying against a monster.
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
What they're doing here, same exact thing they were doing with Reigns, as I was just talking about. They're booking Rollins as this. When we say underdog, I'm talking like ultimate underdog where he can't even like get to the ring to fight. So that leads you to believe that he's going to win. Like, booking 101, get this guy, he's the face. There's no possible way he can win, and then he finds a way to come back and win. That's
much more miraculous and amazing. Yes. And oh my God, look how good he really is.
Exactly.
We already know he's good. You don't need to do this again to do that.
Yeah, that's 101 right there. That's basic stuff. So that makes me think that Lesnar's going to retain because it's so obvious storyline-wise that Rollins is going to win. So, I know I kind of went against this earlier with Kevin Owens. I said it's so obvious Kevin Owens is going to win, so I'm definitely going Kevin Owens. But in that situation, there's that stipulate. They have that, is fire or quits and will never come back, that they have to like overcome and make something ultimately look dumb. Here, there's an easy way out. It's just Lesnar. Lesnar retains. He was hurt, and it's not that big of a deal.
They literally did that when Brock beat Braun at Crown Jewel. He just brutalized them, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that was Braun Strowman, who really, most people figured, oh, this is where he wins the title. Neat. That's cool. Here we go. Instead, he got suplexed 5 times or 10 times after 10 chair shots, and it's over. Like, that wasn't even a match, but it was all to build Braun for later because you're going to want to see him really get his hands on him, and they've never done that match.
Yep.
Roman was a case of, like, it was miscast in that role. Seth can do it, but they really shouldn't. He's beaten them before. Why are they doing this?
Yep. So there it is. I mean, we talked about some negative, some positive. What is the number one match? We're gonna wrap this up here. What is the number one match that you were looking forward to? Lee, go. We're gonna start with you. The number one match so far that you're looking forward to.
Lemon versus Drew.
Versus Drew. Okay, well, there you go. I think that'll be good, by the way. I know you're joking, but I think that'll be a good one. Peanut, name your number one match you're looking forward to on this card.
I don't remember any
God.
matches.
You can't even recall the last one we just talked about?
I remember that one.
You know, it's not that one.
Becky and
The
Ember
AJ
Saturn.
Styles match.
AJ Styles? Okay. I mean, I can buy that. AJ and Ricochet should be a fantastic match.
No, I'm kidding. That is my pick though.
Okay.
Series. I think that's the easy. That'll be a fun one.
Yep. And Scott?
Nothing on this screams must see, which hurts because it's going to
true.
be a good show overall. They normally are. They're on a roll. I'm ridiculously curious about Goldberg. Not going to lie, AJ Ricochet is going to be fun. I'm a fan of Becky right now. I'm going to say Becky and Natalia because it's going to be fucking good, and they're going to have the crowd. So I'll go with that one.
I'm going to go with the gimmick match for me. The Fiend versus Finn Balor. I'm interested
I was like,
to
which
see.
one are you talking about?
Well, true. Yeah, the gimmick as far as, the Fiend. Because there's a lot of ways this match can go. Bray Wyatt is in a position where he can't lose, but Finn Balor, who knows what they're going to do? I'm very interested to see what they do here, and I hope they don't do the wrong
what
thing.
the fallout would be from it.
Yeah.
As that
Well,
too,
there's been a rumor that Finn wanted time off too. So
I heard that.
Well, this will be a good way to write
that
him
was
off.
a little while ago. So I don't know if they already had it or what. So
Yeah. Either way, I know we kind of have been, a little more critical on the show, which we always do. It's nothing new here, but the shows WWE has been putting so many good pay-per-views on this year that even we say, hey, nothing's, jumping out like Scott just said on this card. It's most likely going to be a very good show. I don't
the
know.
talent is there. The
to
talent is
counter
there.
it, nothing looks like trash either.
True.
Every single match will.
Oh
probably
no,
be
Peanut,
pretty
give me
good.
that. Give me that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
what are
I
you
heard
thinking?
that,
What are you thinking, Peanut? What's
got?
trash?
I mean, Bailey and Ember Moon's gonna
Yeah.
have 5 minutes. They
I
don't
was-
have a chance.
I was thinking
But they're
so that's
fantastic. I mean,
bad.
yes,
Dolph Ziggler versus Goldberg.
that's going to be
It'll
good.
be-
It'll be a
It's-
fun Goldberg fight.
That's
not.
going to be
We've
fun.
seen it.
No, it's going to be
Yeah, you're
fun.
right.
Call me.
But the crowd's gonna go, yay!
I'm going to go yay too, probably, unless Ziggler wins, and I'll be like, what the fuck did
It's
they
gonna be
just do?
great if you fondly remember all those squash matches that Goldberg did on like WCW Saturday Night or
Yeah,
something.
but he never beat Ziggler in any of those matches, though.
Yeah, because no one gave a shit.
Ziggler was like in third grade probably
I
at
was
that
gonna say
time.
he
But
was like 8.
Yeah. But no, you're right. Ember Moon Bailey is probably the weakest match looking at it, but that's still going to
The
be fine
cruiserweight
for what it
match
is.
is not gonna have any time.
But it's going to be still
on
be-
the pre-show, it'll get time.
Okay.
Yeah, like there's nothing here that I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch that. They're all going to be fine.
Yeah.
They could do a better job of getting me caring about them, but they're all it'll be
nothing's gonna
serviceable.
Bad.
And
Like,
no,
nothing's
yeah.
going to be like a botch. Like
But
it's not
that's-
gonna be a sin
That's the classic
carver.
that Matt Zion said about WrestleMania. SummerSlam shouldn't make me go, it'll all be okay.
True.
Well, it's
Yeah.
fucking SummerSlam. It should be great.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, and don't forget they're going to add more matches, so hopefully they're
Oh.
going to be good ones. There's so many other names that they haven't booked yet.
I got something. There's a little bit of news for SummerSlam for next year. It's going to be in Boston.
Boston. Okay.
So
Is
they're
that near-
touring it again, and they're not doing
Yeah.
the gimmick.
No,
Yeah.
because they were in LA for like, what, 6 years? And Brooklyn
Yeah, then they
and
did
then Toronto.
Brooklyn for 2-3.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
going to be in Boston for NXT,
That's
SummerSlam,
fun, though.
Raw, and
I
SmackDown.
didn't like,
on consecutive nights. So
Yeah.
SmackDown's going to be on Tuesday
Yeah. Okay.
after SummerSlam next year. So is SmackDown moving? No? So that's
right.
interesting. Or maybe
Well-
Stephanie's fucked up her post, but
Well, guys, that is it. Hey, this is episode 99. You know what that means. The next episode is episode 100.
Full cast.
I mean, I don't want to promote that because people have agreed. Zion and Rab, everybody wants to be there. The people that aren't usually here, I should say. They said they're going to be on. I don't want to completely promote it, but it should be a full cast. I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I want to talk about AEW because All Out is going to be right around that time frame. Finally, hopefully we can get Zion talking about some wrestling because, he wants to talk about AEW or he wants to like AEW at least. So
We'll talk some Jobber Radio.
we're going to talk some
Right.
Jobber Radio, talk about,
Throwback.
what was our favorite moments from 100 episodes, maybe if you remember anything.
I got a question, Bomber, because we kind of fell off here. But did we replace our Deathpool picks?
Did we what?
Do we have new picks for Deathpool, or do we keep our names?
Oh, we keep them because no one won.
Oh yeah,
them?
we
Alright.
keep we keep them until somebody wins.
I
yeah.
forgot. It's been so long.
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
keep
wait,
'em.
we didn't pick new guys. Oh shit.
No, we're not. No, we don't pick till somebody actually wins. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if we had to repick every time someone in the wrestling community died,
That would be bad.
Oh, okay.
Goddamn, pal.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, so that is it, guys. Please, if you somehow listen to this and you know what, you don't usually listen to the show, make sure you tune in 2 weeks. episode 100. I don't know what to
New theme
expect.
song.
Yeah. Oh, Peanut is going to be coming at us with a new theme song, so that's pretty exciting to look forward to. So there you go, guys. We're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys for episode 100 in 2 weeks. Hopefully, we're all here. All right. Bye, guys.
Go 1E Luftwaffe.
Fucking what?
What?